Hi guys, how are you today? Welcome to the fourth lesson of science. For this lesson, I need that you guys please sit down properly with a proper posture of your spine and also to pay attention and to listen very carefully to what are we going to do today. First, we are going to observe the pictures that appear here in this slide to see what do they can have in common. Let's observe. You have 30 seconds to do it. Well, guys, as you can see, these pictures have in common that they are showing that objects are moving in a specific direction, and that is the topic that we are going to review today, movement and motion. First, we are going to see what is the difference between movement and motion because those words are synonyms. The movement, like it says up here, is the change of place or position or posture of an object. Like, for example, the ones that we see here in this picture of the skeletons, that the person is moving. Yes, but also the motion part, that is the one that we see down here, is when we talk about the change of position of an object varying time. And that is the difference between motion and movement. That motion considers the time that you spend doing a movement. Now, guys, today we are going to remind and to keep in mind four different types of motion. The first one is the zigzag motion. That is when the objects move from one point to another, from one side to another, creating a pattern. Like this. Exactly, guys. Like the example that we see here in this picture. Some examples of zigzag movements are the lightnings that when they struck, they are like this, and the snakes. As you can see in this GIF, the snakes move in a zigzag. Good. Now, for the second type of movement is the straight motion. That is when the objects move from one side to another in a straight direction. For example, when we play bowling, like what we do see here in this picture. Some examples of a straight movement are the cars where they are going when they are going in a road, and also as I told you, the bowling game because you are throwing the ball in one direction and the ball is not coming back on the same path. The third type of motion is the back and forth, like this, back and forth, back and forth. That is when the objects move from along a path in one direction and then move back in the other way, like the swings that you spend a lot of time when you are in the park. Some examples of these are the pendulum, that is the one that we see in the upper part, that moves back and forth, but also the clocks that has a pendulum in the lower part. Those clocks also has this movement to mark the counting of the seconds. The fourth type are the round and round motion. That is when the objects move in circle, creating a pattern. Like, for example, the spin wheel that we have in Transitions Park. Do you remember? You have a lot of fun time in that game in the park. Another examples of two things that moves round and round is this merry-go-round wheel that you can find in the parks, but also the tornadoes or the hurricanes. They have a circle motion that around and round motion that gives them the shape and the ability to do what they can do. Now, guys, this was the first part. You can watch the video again if you want to review what are the type of movements. But remember that there are four types: the zigzag, the straight one, the back and forth, and the round and round. Now, let's see the second part to make a fun game before you do what you are going to have as activity for today. Bye bye.